There are many reasons why people do cardio. Some of us like to push their physical limits, run marathons, do Ironmans, and compete in bodybuilding shows. Others see cardio as a way to burn calories, leading to weight loss. And for somebody else, it could be as simple as staying healthy and enjoying day-to-day life. But do you actually need to do cardio? The American Heart Association recommends 150 minutes of moderate activity per week for a healthy heart. So that would be a really good place to start. I have tried using cardio for weight loss in the past, and I would usually hit a plateau and give up. And the truth is that you don't really need cardio to lose weight, but it could certainly help because it helps you burn more calories. In the past, my workouts used to be very cardio focused. I used to do a lot of HIIT training, go running, do boot camp, and all of that left me feeling exhausted. On top of it, when I didn't see any results, I started to feel frustrated and confused. I thought that the more exercise I did, the more calories I would burn. But I was missing a very important point. Our bodies are pretty incredible, and that they can adapt to a certain extent to our environment. For example, I've been traveling through Europe this summer and it has been hot, like 35 degrees plus hot. And when I got here, I just felt like I was gonna pass out half the time. I'm seriously not kidding. But in the span of about 1 to 2 weeks, my body started to acclimatize and I started to cope with the heat just a little bit better. Well, something similar happens when you start doing cardio. Your body starts to be more fit over time and it burns less calories for the same activity. Your body does this in 2 ways. First, a series of metabolic adaptations lead to a decrease in energy expenditure and an increase in metabolic efficiency. And 2, your body starts to send signals to increase energy intake, making you feel more hungry. So initially, when you start a weight loss phase, your body is responsive. You add in cardio and it's burning more calories. But your body doesn't like change. So it's going to do everything in its power to stay in a stable state, also known as homeostasis. And the more cardio you add, the more your body is going to try and minimize the impact of that cardio, keeping your energy expenditure in a limited range. This increase in metabolic efficiency has the major impact on the calories you burn while doing subconscious movements or light activities, such as talking with your hands or fidgeting or even just standing. I have also noticed that when I'm in a prolonged calorie deficit, I start to feel tired, even lethargic, and will try to minimize calorie expenditure at any cost. I start to feel like I want to skip my gym sessions. And sometimes when friends ask me out, I would much rather stay home and sleep. It sounds a little bit like a losing battle, I know. But there are things that you could do to make cardio work for you and not against you. Unfortunately, simply adding a set amount of cardio will lead to a plateau. If you want to keep losing weight, you will have to progress your cardio plan, either increasing the intensity or the duration of your cardio. I like to track my weight, and when it is stable for over a week, then I will bump up my cardio. If you understand this, it is simply a matter of applying it progressively over time and staying patient. It will suck. You're going to have to push yourself just a little bit further every week. If you started doing 1 hour of cardio 3 times a week, then the next week you might have to do 10 more minutes each session and then increase it again and again. That is why I don't recommend this as a long-term strategy, because you're going to end up doing an insane amount of cardio over time. So here's an example of a 4-week cardio plan that worked for me. Feel free to tweak it and adapt it to what suits you. If you are enjoying this video thus far and has been helpful to you, consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a part of my YouTube family to see more fitness, nutrition, and the occasional travel content. Here are a couple more things that you could do to optimize this process. Let's talk about the best cardio for weight loss, and that is steady state zone 2 cardio, where you can maintain the pace for a long period of time and even have the ability to hold a conversation. For me, that is about a 10 incline and a 4.5 kilometers per hour, but it can vary largely depending on the individual's fitness level. Personally, I find it goes by quite fast when I watch a YouTube video or listen to a podcast. Small changes is where real progress is made. It is actually recommended to make the smallest increase in cardio that gives you results to avoid fast adaptation. And I used to get this so wrong. I used to go from 0 to 100 trying to kill myself with crazy amount of cardios. So here it definitely pays off to work smarter and not harder. I also like to check in with myself and make sure that I am recovering well. Because if you're doing too much cardio and not resting enough, your cortisol level is going to shoot up. And that is the stress hormone. It has been associated to a decrease in muscle mass, weight gain, and excess belly fat. When I notice that my body is feeling stressed, I will take a step back and either rest or increase my calorie intake. Probably the most important thing that you could do is try and keep your sleep, your calorie intake, and your step goal consistent. And trust me, your body is going to try and sabotage you. You're going to start to feel more tired, wanting to skip the gym, skip your step goal. You're going to start to feel more hungry, wanting to eat more, and that hunger might even prevent you from sleeping. Be aware of these cues. Try and recognize them because they can have a huge effect on your calorie deficit, literally erasing all of the efforts you've been putting in. Personally, I think of muscle like the secret weapon of weight loss just because muscle burns more calories than fat. So if you have more muscle, you can increase your basal metabolic rate, which allows you to eat more. For example, if you have 2 people that weigh the exact same, but one of them has more muscle, they're going to tend to spend more calories. And not only that, but weightlifting will also reverse some of those metabolic adaptations that we talked about and boost up your metabolism. So it's probably a good idea not to skip the gym when you're trying to lose weight. Make sure to keep things fun. Don't hesitate to change the type of cardio you're doing to keep it fresh and make sure that you can stick to your plan. Now, let's talk about the dark side of cardio. Are you feeling like you're stuck and cardio is ruining your life? Doing way too much of it in fear of regaining the weight that you lost? In that case, you might be stuck in something that I would call the cardio loop. The longer the deficit, the further you had to push your cardio, and now you're doing 2+ hours of cardio, which is absolutely not sustainable long term. And you might want to spend that time doing other activities you like, such as maybe reading or spending time with your family. But if you stop doing cardio, you're going to regain the weight back. Instead, the right way to come out of a weight loss phase is to basically do everything in reverse. You want to slowly increase the amount of calories you're eating as well as decrease the amount of cardio you're doing, reversing slowly the adaptation processes that took place. And believe me, most people get this part very wrong and bounce back to their original weight or even regain more weight than the beginning. So make sure you integrate this into your plan and that it doesn't blindside you at the end of your weight loss plan. I really started to enjoy this process once I started to see results. I saw the number of the scale drop and I saw my body composition completely transform. Eventually, I got to a set point where I liked the way my body looked and I could still enjoy the foods that I loved. It has honestly been the best investment of knowledge and time that I could have done improving my health and feeling like I am in control of my body and not the other way around. It has honestly changed my life. And if you're looking to make this change as well, you could watch this video where I apply all this into practice to lose 5 pounds. Thanks for watching.